It's one player, two player, put controller in, and they turn the power button on and say, power on!
They're very burpy. It's also the way I'm sitting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting. How do you mean, sir?
I don't know. I think usually when I like lay back and stuff, like there's a
brings up the gas.
yeah, and there's like a build up too.
That's how build up to a big old plot. Oh, I watched 2049 recently. I'll tell you about my opinions on that film.
It sucked. I wanted to blow up. The guy made it fucking dies.
I liked 80% of the film.
Yeah.
I did not like the twist.
I liked the twist.
I did not like that he was not the child.
I liked that. I thought that was interesting.
I don't like it from a writing perspective. Pisses me off. I actually think if they had... I've actually talked to Ash about this. I think if they had who was the actual child in the film more, I'd have been okay with it. I'd have been a lot more okay with it. The fact that she only shows up for one scene, and then they're like, yeah, this person you only saw once, it's her! I was like, it's stupid.
What?
I also really liked the idea of him being the child. I really did. Fuck, I went in a circle. Because it would have created a rather interesting plot for a potential sequel. I liked that. Honestly, I would have liked that a lot more. I don't like that they picked her.
Because you stupid. You got a stupid haircut.
Well, she's not in fucking like 80% of the movie. She's not in 99% of the movie. She shows up for one scene and then fucking leaves.
She's in a bubble. What the fuck could she do?
Write her differently so that she's there for the whole movie. Every criticism of, well, she was A, B, C, or D is like, well, then write her differently. Make her present. The entire reason she's in the bubble is because of a decision to write her that way. If I don't like it, then my immediate response is write her differently so that she can be more present in the film. Also, better twist that Ashley suggested, twins. They both could have been the child. That actually would have been way cool. I would have loved the fuck out of that. Because then you have this child who's been, like, creating memories for, their replicants, right?
Yeah.
Replicants. And then also you have this replicant child that is also a Blade Runner that hunts down replicants. The unpacking of that mental toll for both of those characters would have been so cool to see. I just feel that, we'll call him Joe, because that's what he picks as his name.
I fucking hate that.
It
literally ruined. I almost burst out laughing when I fucking watched it the first time.
It's because it's supposed to be Average Joe, but like, that's the name he picked. It's whatever.
Whatever.
I would have picked his name as K. He would have been like, that's my name.
I'm K.
That would
would
have been a better name.
I get why, because it's like, well, you know, K isn't his like fucking serial number, but like, so he wanted to distance himself from that. It's him becoming his own man.
Yeah.
But fucking Joe, literally the first thing I thought when I almost laughed when he's like, when he's talking to fucking Deckard and he's like, who are you? I'm Harrison Ford. Give me my big paycheck. He's like, my name's Joe, and then I fucking laughed. This is Joe Mama.
Yeah. Like it would have introduced so much. Like it would have been so cool. It would have been like, oh, there's actually twins, and so everything's fucking wildly insane now.
You always go, whoa.
I would have way preferred that. Oh. Well, that's dumb. I would have. I just feel like that twist very underwhelming. And I feel like there were better ways to do that twist with Joe, specifically with K. I feel like he had potential, you know? I think they even knew Joe was a bad name because the entire movie they don't change his subtitle.
Even after
he says my name is Joe, it's still K. We had to turn on subtitles because we couldn't hear certain dialogue. And his name stays as K throughout the whole film.
Oh.
I feel like that there was definitely better endings they could have gone with. And I've noticed, actually, see how we're divided on it? That's how the internet reacted. That's how most people reacted. They were very divided on that twist.
Because
I
like it, personally.
I don't like how you make me get attached to this character for the entire film and then just fucking make him the most unimportant character in the entire movie.
That's the aspect I like about it.
Oh, it's a gigantic waste of my time.
I think it's very interesting that he's not super important, but he does something major. He kind of serves a similar role to what Roy Batty kind of has.
Who the fuck is that?
In the original, he's Rutger Hauer.
Oh.
He's the last guy. He has the speech in the end of the first movie.
Oh, he's like one of the most important characters essential to the plot. What do you mean?
Well, he has kind of like
he doesn't accomplish his goal, I'll give him that.
He doesn't well, in the grand scheme of the movie, he doesn't really do much.
He kills the guy who makes replicants and thus results in them no longer making replicants.
Well, then Jared Leto's like, I'm the Joker, baby, and then they starts making
buys
replicants.
It, yeah. He literally kills the guy who makes replicants, which results in them not being able to make replicants anymore. And then also, as a side note, is the entire, like, thing that Deckard is chasing throughout the entire film. So I would argue it's not the same. I'm not saying that, like, you can't, I totally get where you're trying to come from, but I'd say, like, the character you're using is not a good comparison. Because he's the central moving piece of the plot for the first one. Him and Rachel.
Rachel.
Like, I think that the one part that pissed me the most off was that Rachel cameo. How they got the original actress back in for that, for her voice. I was like, that's upsetting. What a super huge. Oh yeah, what a super huge I fucking hate this bridge. What a super huge waste of her character to just bring her back to just shoot her.
No, I liked that a lot because it was
I will say
the scene with her weird uncanny valley CGI look and Harrison Ford's
I will say out of because you know my biggest pet peeve is bringing a character back just to kill him. Out of all the times I've seen that happen, that's the one that bothered me the least. It still bugged me just because I hate that trope, but like I didn't hate it as much. I will say that.
Well, it's because it wasn't really Rachel. It was like.
Yeah.
It was Jared Leto. I don't remember what the fuck his name was. I just call him Jared Leto. Was trying to fuck with Deckard.
I believe I'm Jesus, so I've told a bunch of women I'm Jesus so I can have sex with them.
Yeah, I have my. That's the classic character.
Well, no, he actually, like, in real life has done that.
I believe that.
Yeah, he's got a whole cult where he's convinced a bunch of women he's Jesus just so he can have sex with them.
He's a fucking maniac.
He's fucking insane. I'm actually upset that he's in the new, what did I say? I don't know.
Stop paying attention. Talking about Jared Leto. What's happening in the game?
I'm actually upset he's in the Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I'm gonna go see that. Well, actually, I'm just gonna buy it because I know I'll like it because it's got Owen Wilson in it. But I will say that the reason I didn't go see it in theaters is because Jared Leto's in it.
He goes, "I'm the Joker, baby."
Like, because Jared Leto has a certain fan base that attract to him for every movie he's in. I just don't want to share a room with him. I feel like that's fair. It's a fair reason not to go see a film. It's the same reason I probably won't go see Johnny Depp in a movie in a theater for a while. Because although I like his acting, I don't like the fan base that's surrounded him now, thanks to the whole lawsuit. Because although he definitely deserved to win that lawsuit because of defamation reasons, there are a lot of shitty things he did that were brought up in court. Which he has now gone on record as saying he's getting help to make sure he doesn't do them again. Which is like, cool, great, show me proof first. You know? But he's attracted quite a crowd that you don't want to share a room with. Because I can't trust them to be emotionally mature. And it's the same people that, like, they follow other celebrities. Johnny Depp's just the most recent example. They're very emotionally immature, and they do shitty things. And, I don't like them. Basically, here's the best way for me to... Everyone who showed up to that trial that weren't part of, like, that showed up to watch it and took sides in the way that... You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the people I'm avoiding. Anyone who shows up to a trial and turns it into a fucking big thing, like where it's a show, fucking insane. Do you agree with me or no? I'm fine with you not agreeing with me.
I'm gonna say, Corey, if you don't agree with me, get the fuck out of my home.
I get a little worried about it.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. I will say though, the people who were on Amber Heard's side of that trial were way more fucking insane than the people
100% were
on Johnny Depp's.
I'm not gonna disagree with you on that.